Hey guys, hope we're all having a good Monday. Just take this up a little bit. Full body workout coming at you. We're going to do kettlebell swings in this today. If you don't have a kettlebell for a kettlebell swing, we'll alternate it to total body extensions. But there's going to be 3 sets of swings within this workout, just to sort of get people used to them, because we tend to use them throughout these exercises. As a great exercise for the hamstrings, glutes, butt, lower back. So we've got kettlebell swing, single arm row, squat, press up. So 12 exercises run through. We're back into the swing for the start of the next. Set up, shoulder press, power stride, and then back into a swing, plank, reverse crunch, and burpee. We finished. So, right there. So in Ray's Wrecking Technology, we will get warmed up just on the toes. Nice and light. Got it? Things like it. Do your jacks. Bring that up, keep that moving. Forward and back into the stride. Hands and legs in. Back into the jacks, get up. And then last time on the toes.
I'm just going to take.
Take the brace as well.
Yeah, I will.
And we'll take that. Circle the arms. Back with the arms, circle that around. Relax that. Circle the hips.
You laughing at me?
Just one more you went. There's the cameras against the wall and you just disappear, right? Yeah.
Just doing something every
What do you do? And change, hit the other side. Relax that. Grab the toes, just knees out, chest tall, straight the hips. Straight the hamstrings. Back down in, stretch your hips. Stretch that up. And then we'll sit down in, knees out, chest forward, rotate. Relax that. Push up position. Circle the foot out, round beside the hand, straight through that back hip flexor. Change, foot out and round, straight to back hip. We'll change. Switch. Go more each side, change. And change. Take it down on your side. Dropping goes to the chest, just twist that lower back. Close it in, twist through. Close it in. Do one more. And then change. Same thing on the side. Rotate. Just listen through that lower back. Last one. On your back, roll through the spine, hips up, squeeze the glutes. Right there. Are you choking?
It's morning. I'm not awake.
We'll bring that up. Now.
Do you do that?
Need it for, yes, press up on this. So we're going to start with the kettlebell swing. And then after the swing, we're into a single arm row. We're into your squat and then into your press up. So you're going to have your weight for most of the first couple of exercises. So kettlebell swing, if you're not doing the swing, we're going to do a total body extension. Ray can demonstrate that before we start there now.
Yeah, no.
Before we start
Start
now.
Hand over up.
So this is swing, hips back, up, arm raised, doing it more or less without weight for that total body extension. So whenever you're ready.
3, 2, 1.
Pop
Let's
hips.
go.
Just a small set. The bell should nearly hit you in the butt. Throw that forward, or total body extension, which Maria can demonstrate here.
Well, I'm
Just
just waiting for
stand
you
there.
to finish.
Doing
I'll show you how to
that.
progress into that. We start with the hands up and then reach back and then go up onto the tiptoes. And then eventually you add in a little bit of a jump as you go. Halfway.
And again, we're not hanging step, we're not leaning back at this point. We're standing straight, squeezing the butt, throwing the bell forward. The bell's going towards the wall in front of us.
Last
Out.
again.
Don't let it drag your upper back, so you're never like this. this sort of thing here. Stand up straight, squeeze, and arms are free.
2, and 10. You really want to make sure that the bum squeezes on that stand.
Single arm row, chest tall, elbow back, bell towards the hip, straighten the arms, and work that out. When you're ready.
2, 1, let's
go. Pull.
So see how Emmett has a straight line from his heel to his shoulders? There's pretty much a straight line the whole way down, and he's bringing that bell back towards his pocket.
Yeah.
And his elbow's coming up towards my hand here.
The elbow's doing the work. So I don't use my thumb when I'm pulling this bell here. I don't grip it like you're grabbing something. I shouldn't do that. I take my thumb out so that my elbow's more likely to drive back to the right place. Quite often when people have a weight and they squeeze the weight hard, it ends up doing this. They end up starting to pull short. So you want that elbow driving back.
Last 5. Remember to breathe during this exercise. And 10. Well done.
Good. We're moving on to a squat. You can do it with or without weight. You can use the chair, which Maria will demonstrate.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Big breath in, sit down in, stand up strong, out of that, breathe in, sit down, stand up strong, out of that.
Go to the corner of the chair and you're going to stand just in front of it. You're going to turn your toes 5 to 1. You're going to sit your bum back, just let it touch the chair, do not put your weight on it, and then stand up and squeeze that pelvis forward, squeezing the glutes at the top. Down again and up. And then when you find that you're able to do that without worrying that there's a chair behind you or not, step out, and then you can push it lower and push the hands towards the ceiling, and that way you're able to make sure your chest stays tall. I should turn that towards you. Last 5, 3, 2, and 10.
Good. We're down to your press up.
I'll do that counter.
So again, off the knees, because both can't do the feet, but hands are under the shoulders, hips are in the plank position. You bend your arms and you lean forward so that your chest is in line with your hands, then you straighten your arms, or the counter, or the sofa, or the chair.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
So you breathe in, bend, breathe out, push. Your elbows aren't coming out to the side. You're not doing this, elbows out to the side. This is why people end up behind. Your elbows are going that way at an angle towards the wall. From here.
You're doing the same thing here. Your chest is going towards an imaginary line between your thumbs. Think about it that way. And your head is going forward rather than down. As Emmett said, you're not putting your head between your hands.
Nope.
Because that will put your bum up into the air.
And don't duck your head. A lot of time when people go to bend, they bend about an inch and then put their head down. They think, yeah, I'm low. You're not low. You just duck your head. Head up. Bend.
That's 5.
Straighten. Bend.
3.
Straighten.
2. And time.
Back. We're back into your kettlebell swing. Once you're ready, or that total body extension.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Start small move. Sit, squeeze, chest forward, squeeze the glutes, start that swing forward now.
So you can see how the bell isn't coming above Emmett's nose.
Because I'm putting it forward, not up. I'm not trying to lift it up. That's the mistake people make, is they try and swing it up here. Or they do this wee bend elbow thing that people start to do because of CrossFit to get more reps in. That's not a kettlebell swing. That's a straight arm,
again,
squeeze.
You can also
straight arm, squeeze.
I'm not going to do too much there, my knees.
Yeah.
That's
Squeeze glutes, we take that back.
3, 2, and time. Well done. Then into the squat, yeah?
Nope.
No? So I thought you were doing repeat.
No, sit up. Not doing repeat.
Sorry.
We're doing 3 sets of swings.
I get you now. I thought you were starting to set again.
So I'm going to show you a different one we can do today, which is a reaching setup. Don't worry if you can't do it, because you can stick with the basic here or here, but the one for everyone else, if you want to try it, legs are slightly straighter, you reach up, straight, and then you slow the way down. Touch, I'm not rocking back, so I'm not falling and throwing myself up like this. It's a controlled movement up, and then controlled movement down, touch, controlled movement up and down. Or basic setup.
3, 2, 1, let's
So
go.
control, once my shoulder blades touch, lift,
Head and shoulders
up,
straight off.
I'm going to the ceiling all the time. So my hands are always going up to here. If that's difficult, you can point your toes, reach up to the toes. If that's difficult, you put it here, reach up for a basic setup. But neither of those 3 exercises am I ever throwing or pulling or pulling. You're never doing it where you're trying to throw yourself off the floor. It's not a core exercise. Anytime you hear people saying, I can't do setups, whenever you ask them, show me a setup, they're doing some rare thing where they're trying to hurt themselves by
And
forcing it up. It's that end of sit-up, guys. The sit-up's a controlled movement with your core. Same as every exercise. You don't force it. So we've either got single arm, shoulder press, straight up, straight down, or you can grab the weight and just do that normal shoulder press up and down, whichever suits.
3, 2, 1, let's go. So we'll call it halfway. You want to switch or do you want to do the second round?
No, second round.
Second round. Okay, so stay on the one arm.
If you get tired and you need to switch halfway, we'll call halfway. If you don't, push one side for the full time. It's a 40-second round, so over that 40 seconds you should be able to get 10 reps. If you're getting 20 reps in that time, your weight's too light or you're going too fast. We want to control movement up, control movement down. That should take you at least 2 seconds. So it should usually take people with maybe up, control, down, control. That small stop at the bottom before you go again. So the overall, the total rep could be 3 or 4 seconds, which is why your 10 or 12 reps would take that full time.
And if you notice when Emma was doing that as well, when he's pushing the arm up, the whole body stays stationary. He's not doing that. So you often see people doing this where they push up and they end up tipping to the side.
Core is working
Core
when
is
you stay
tight.
straight.
Hand can be here for balance or just on your
Power
side.
strike, you've either got high impact or you've got low impact.
3,
Whichever suits.
2, 1, let's go.
Up.
We get that high or that low impact. You're putting one leg is going back and the hand is going up. Nice and slow, there's no arch in my back. I haven't got my hands behind, I'm not hurting my back. I'm going up and back and down. And then of course, when you've got the movement and your core is tight, you're able to speed it up and put some more power into it. Halfway.
And again, if you get halfway now and you think I'm knackered, go to here. Just do that. Or if you're doing this and you get halfway and you think it's really easy,
it. Let's go.
up we go. Come on. Don't just do something for the sake of it, don't force it, but also don't be coasting. Coasting gets you nowhere.
2, and
Hang. This third kettlebell swing, after that, is going to be more difficult. So your third set of swings, and you've done a cardio exercise. So the heart rate's up, so now I want you to really focus on technique if you're doing that swing.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Small set, squeeze, squeeze glutes, and keep that going again.
That's
My
right.
swing is going this way, out.
And it's a
No.
gradual raise. The first two that he
Yeah.
did there were small. And then at the very end, when we call time, never stop that exercise fully. If you finish and we're here, let it swing into one or
Slow
two
down.
slow movements. Halfway. People often hurt themselves doing kettlebell exercises, either stopping or starting the exercise, or in many cases putting the weight down.
Yeah.
So be always aware that until that weight is out of your hand, 10 seconds, until that weight is out of your hand, you have to still be thinking about your form and your technique. 5 seconds, 3, 2, and time. So treat lifting and setting the kettlebell down as part of your form, as part of your exercise.
Plank. So again, plank can be on the feet and knees. It can also be off the edge of the sofa. It can be off the chair. It can be off the counter. It depends on your strength. Leg out, leg out. But I want that back up, arch down. Your pelvis should be on the floor. You're up, tuck the pelvis, squeeze glutes. Everything's tight if that's difficult. Knees down, hold.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
And if that's difficult, elevate your elbows up. You can elevate it onto a small box. You can elevate it onto the edge of the sofa. You can elevate it up onto the chair. You can elevate it onto the table or the kitchen counter. As long as everything is tight in that straight line.
So you want to imagine as well, if you're wondering if your core is engaged, if someone now was to poke you in the tummy or push you in
from
the
the
tummy,
side is what I like.
or push to the side, so
Because
you should be able to not move.
if you're relaxed,
See?
whereas if I relax down like this here, someone pushed you,
Woo.
everything will move because you're nothing's engaged. The
5
core,
seconds.
the plank is a full body movement. Here, here, doesn't matter.
2,
Everything's tight.
10. So your core should be on fire, and you should really feel it kind of tight and shaking as you're doing the core or the plank exercise.
So reverse crunch, head and shoulders on the floor, hands by the side, in a small lift, stop, small lift, stop, or you can extend out, hips up, extend out, but I want them hips to leave the floor.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
So you can concentrate on just that lift,
Do not
pull
put
your knees
hands.
in, butt leaves the floor, you're not sitting on your hands, because that creates an arch in your back. If I sit on my hands, when I extend down, now my back is arched off the floor. So my back is taking the pressure, not my core. Take them hands out, especially if you're extending. You get people that do this, and they extend out sitting on their hands because they're not strong enough to extend out. If you're not strong enough to extend out, you shouldn't be extending out. You should be starting here. No medals for doing the wrong technique. It's just a nice physio bell at the end up.
Last 5.
It's nice and slow. So I'm not extending here at all. My core's firing up here.
And 10.
Ah,
Well done.
burpee. Because it's Monday.
Full of energy this morning.
Not really.
But you will be after this. Ready to go?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Squat, extend, and stand up. Or squat, walk it out, walk it in, stand up. Or if you have energy, let's go.
Now,
The jump.
for whatever
Depends
reason,
on you.
you cannot do it. Go back to that total body extension we were doing earlier on.
Yeah.
But I'm talking really only if you have an injury perhaps, or if you, for some reason you have to do that.
Or
I'm going to show a couple of different variations.
up you go.
Where's the puppy?
You use the chair.
10 seconds.
Same thing. Walk it out. Or if you can't do that, then you walk out, walk it in,
Back in.
stand it
That's
up. You walk out, walk it in, stand up,
2.
and then you find a variation. Grab a drink.
So the reason that we keep going to a chair or the counter for a lot of these exercises is because a lot of the time people are afraid of going to the floor. There's this fear that when you're on the floor that you're not in control.
Or you just aren't mobile enough to get to the floor.
Yeah. So when we show these, it's you kind of try and build your way down towards the floor. Often you think, the likes of the burpee, and we see it in the gym all the time, people think, I can't do that, because you feel it once you put your head towards the floor.
You fall over.
And I see this in the strong nation classes all the time. People are terrified of doing the floor movements, and then once they do it, what do they realise? What?
What do you realise?
They can do it, of course they can do it.
No.
So what? They are strong!
No.
What? Oh! sorry.
That's what you realise.
I was trying to give you a break there.
Every time.
Anyway, sorry darling.
Every
Love
time.
you! It's the fear of going to the floor. So that's why we do these variations. Start from the counter, go then to your chair, go to your sofa,
Yeah,
and
that's
eventually you're almost horizontal anyway. So go to the floor. So sorry. I didn't. I'm so sorry.
You didn't hurt
I'm so
me.
sorry. Do you want to stack me?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. 20 seconds in, so.
In 20 seconds, guys, we're going to start giving that kettlebell swing. But yeah, build your way down. If you can't get to the floor, it doesn't matter. Build your way down. That's the reason we show the different variations. Not everyone can do the same thing. And this follow along workout that we do, like when the Happy Fit app comes out, it will be scaled back even more, and that it'll be a structured set program that you follow that'll show you videos of how to do the exercises, but you'll be able to work for reps in your own time. And there'll be beginners and advanced variations of this. But this is sort of what we ended up with because of everything that happened this year. So this is the reason we give so many variations of each exercise, is that there's 55 people in this group at the moment. Not every one of you is going to be able to do each exercise exactly the same. Nor should you be able to, because there's different levels of fitness, different levels of strength. So do what you can.
And also you'll find on certain days, and maybe certain times of the
Yeah.
week, that you're tired and your body's not letting you do it. So this is
Kettlebell
why
swing.
variations just allows you to mediate yourself, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go.
So start small, you build up your swing, you build it up, swing it out, which is why it's a swing and a lift. From here, squeeze the glutes.
So you can see I'm kind of mimicking the same
Yeah,
movement.
it's the same sort of movement,
And then it's doing
but
here.
just without the weight.
And then
You're using the
walk
hips, stand up, squeeze, onto the toes, stand up, squeeze, or you have the jump for a bit of explosiveness. Obviously you don't jump with a bell. 15.
15 seconds.
Although if you go on YouTube, you'll see all sorts of things.
Yeah.
that-
Last
where
10.
people run out of ideas, so they go, let's try this. It's like, dear God.
Last 5. 3, 2, and 10. Well done.
Good. Row, opposite side of the body. So we did left hand last time, and we're going to do right arm this time. Straighten that body out. Don't slouch, don't pull it short. Push your chest into the floor, straighten the body out, and then you drive your elbow back. Control.
3, 2, let's go.
So small squeeze in the shoulder blades at the top.
Yeah.
Straighten the arm.
You want people to feel that squeeze here. This was one that I remember when I started training, I could never get this right, and it wasn't until you said to me about putting the weight in my pocket,
Yeah.
because I was finding I was pulling it up and out the way. Your elbow should be coming back.
Your elbow skimming my ribs
Yeah.
here. I'm not pulling out to the side. Elbow skimming the ribs.
15 seconds.
Keep that moving.
And you want to keep the core tight here as well, because that's what's allowing you to balance. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 10. Well done.
Squat. With or without weight, to the chair or free. It is up to you.
3, 2, 1.
If your chair's too high, use your sofa.
So I'm going to show a few different ones here. Again, you're going to the chair, touch and up. Squeeze the bum at the top. Make sure that you put pelvis forward there. If you find that that's too easy, probably can't see me off here, I'm going down onto the sofa. So, it's the same thing. I'm touching a little bit lower and I'm coming up as well. It just allows me that confidence again of knowing that there's something behind me. And then if you find that you're able to do it without worrying about something behind you, make sure that you keep your chest tall. So the hand goes to the corner of the ceiling where the ceiling touches the roof or the wall. You're going up towards that and back. Imagine you have a camera on your chest
5 seconds.
And you don't want to see the floor. 3, 2, and 10. Hold on.
Press up.
Okay, that's okay. No.
Press up on the kettlebell.
3.
Is that what you said?
No, that's not what I said. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
What did you say?
Nothing, doesn't matter.
So bend the elbows, lean into it again. You can use the table, counter, chair, floor. Up to you what you can use. Just try not to be here doing this, guys. Because this is just going to crank you up, so it's going to leave you with bad shoulders. Lean forward, bend, slow, 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 slow. Straighten the arm.
Halfway.
Press up to an elbow bend. Bend the elbow. Now straighten the arm. Push up.
Remember
What's the wife's called that? Bend the arm. Push up. Your pelvis shouldn't hit the floor. So it shouldn't. Shouldn't be this here and your pelvis going to the floor and then your pelvis going to the floor and not bend your arms. Shouldn't be a head dip.
3,
doing this here.
2,
Bend. And then press. Swing again. Now you're ready?
3.
If at any stage here you're doing the swing, you're starting to feel the back, go to the total body extension. Shouldn't feel the back in the kettlebell swing.
3, 2,
So
1.
it just means either you're using the wrong technique or you are maybe slightly tired and your back's taking over. We don't want that. So you just go into total body extension instead.
Remember to breathe as you're doing this, and again, keep the core engaged. Last 10 seconds. You'll always hear both of us talking constantly about core and about the pelvis. Both of those are what keep the rest of your body safe throughout your exercises. 3, 2, and time. Well done. Okay.
Sit up. Reach and sit up, or normal sit up. Up to you which one you want to do. If you have your knees bent and you can't get up past for the reaching, straighten them legs out. And it'll allow you to sort of get up a little bit easier and back down that little bit easier.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
So again, don't throw your hands up, hands stay at the ceiling like Frankenstein, and then you come up, and then you control that way back down
Really burn that core.
from there. So that again, I'm not rocking, I'm slow and controlled. Touch. I'm not letting my head go back to the floor, because then you're starting under that momentum again. Control.
Halfway.
If that's difficult, just hands here.
And remember to freeze everything, like the only thing that moves is your brain, your rib cage towards your pelvis again.
That crunch here. Similar movement. If you've been doing this properly with us from the start, that will help you with these.
Yeah.
If you've been using momentum and doing it wrong and cheating and throwing yourself,
2, and 10.
then that's where this will be more difficult, because you won't be able to get up.
Shoulder press.
So shoulder press out of single arm, so we're going to do the opposite arm. If you're using both arms, continue to use both arms.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
So punch up, back down, forearm stay straight at all times. Shouldn't be pulled out, shouldn't be pulled forward. Straight up, bicep touches the ear, back down. You can use this for balance if you need. If it starts to get difficult, you can give a small bend and push with the legs into a push press. It's up to you guys what way you want to do it. Sometimes people find that pulling down as they push up, and they can reach up and they can pull down as they push up. Helps with that sort of coordination side of things. It's up to you. Hand here, hand can be reaching here.
And your core again is tight.
This is not working.
To protect the back.
This is tight so that it's not leaning forward, so now your obliques are working.
2, and
To keep that stable. Power strike.
Ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1,
And
let's
let's go up. Or the one time.
And again.
So you can high impact, you can low impact.
And you can go lower again if you find that that's difficult. You can step back, or there's something touching the knee like that.
March on the spot if that's what it takes.
You're halfway. So we'll call the last 10 seconds too if anybody wants to really push it out.
You can speed it up, you can slow it down.
3, 2, let's go last 10. Speed it up. Last 5. Don't stop until you hear 10. Well done.
Kettlebell swing again. Whenever you're ready.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Small set, start slow, squeeze glutes, start slow, squeeze glutes.
Bring it to shoulder height.
We're throwing out until use that momentum. Once you get the shoulder height, there we go. And start that small set, squeeze. Squeeze, stand straight. As I stand straight, my arms are coming up to the chest height, swinging forward. Glutes are squeezed, small set back. Catch on the bottom, then throw forward.
15 seconds, you're almost there. Don't stop, remember to breathe.
Breathe, don't hold your breath. Feel the back, stop.
Last 10.
It's not a back exercise. Posterior chain. From head to heels, everything's working. You shouldn't be finding it in one area.
2, and time. Well done. Go into your plank now on the floor. We're nearly there.
Take that down.
Excuse me.
Lock it up. Lock it up. Squeeze everything tight. You can hold full, or knees down, or elevate it.
3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, if you start and elevate it, that's fine. You're going to work at this position of getting that straight line.
Everything's still tight.
Pelvis is tucked, bum is squeezed. So every single part here now, no matter where I was to push or kick or poke at it, everything is solid, everything is tight, everything is engaged.
I'm breathing.
And he's breathing as well. Your core should be on fire. And you should find probably at this point now you're starting to vibrate a little bit or shake a little bit. That's perfectly normal. If you find it difficult now, rather than coming out of this and having to go back into it, just up the knees like Emma just did. If you watch how Emma goes from here to an ordinary plank, 1, 2, 3, up, it's one movement of the knee. 3, 2, and time. So you should be able to come in and out of your plank like that without really moving anything other than the knees. Into your
Reverse crunch.
reverse crunch. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
It's a small knee lift, which gets my butt off the floor. I'm pulling the knees towards the forehead. I'm not kicking way over my head. Same here. If you're doing this, that extension's up. Don't do this and then extend over your head like that. You're kicking above your hips up. Small lift. That's why people sometimes can do big lifts with the hips and they end up on their shoulders. That's because they're coming this way. They're throwing themselves up. That's not it. You lift straight above your hip, up. Small extension, up. Butt leaves the floor. Or hip tuck, core tight, glute squeeze.
3, 2, and time. Bringing it up now, finishing off the burpee.
Last one, guys, whenever you're ready. You can find your position, you can elevate it up onto a chair, you can walk it down and out, you can step it down and out, you can add the jump. Up to you.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
So squat, extend, in, stand up, or squat, walk it out,
2,
step in,
4,
back up, or squat, extend, in, up, or to the chair, same thing, extend, stand up, or walk it out, walk it in, stand up, change the feet, walk it out, walk in, stand up. Different variations. The press up variation, the reason I don't do that is because if you struggle with a full press up, you shouldn't be adding in an explosive movement. So people usually end up cranking their back off the floor. This snake movement where they're arching up and forcing themselves up doesn't work.
2, last one, and 10. Well done. Excellent.
Good stuff, guys.
Have a drink. That's you?
That's it.
That's a good start to the week. Hope you're all feeling good. Hope you all had a lovely weekend. You alright there now?
Stretch.
Yeah, so
like
walk
you're
out.
chatty people until I get rid of it.
I'm giving you a wee second here.
Okay.
Just let you wander around.
Everybody
Catch
else
your
get a
breath.
second.
So you should find now just walk around, have a drink, walk around, stand, move in the spot, try and get the heart rate down before you cool down. I'm going to go out and watch you.
Straight that up and back. That's so different from what you've been doing, isn't it? Hands to side, stretch back.
I'll be doing 2 tomorrow. Will you be doing any tomorrow?
Round the front, stretch forward. What do you do?
I'm doing the cardio core in the morning, and then I'll be doing strong measures tomorrow night. Oh, well, that's okay then. It's alright.
the way it works.
It's fine.
Change.
Such a big chin.
Hands right back. Roll shoulders back. Stretch it up. Relax that. Balance if you need. Foot up, knees together.
You need balance there, don't you?
I do need balance, yeah, because I'm on extra training. Pour a wee cup of tea there. Two sides. Relax that down. Lie straight. Sit back into it.
You've some energy there.
I do. Loads. And change, same thing over side, sit back into it. Bring that up and then take a big step back. Drop down into that stretch, keep that pelvis tight. And change sides. Tired?
I am.
Tough work right there.
It was. It's just
And relax that up.
well,
And that's us, guys.
So proud of you right now.
Thank you.
Well done.
I would hope so.
I'll give everyone a round of applause. Yeah.
Pat in the back. Pat my back.
Oh, you're right. What a mess.
Have a good Monday, guys. We'll talk to you all
See you
tomorrow for
tomorrow.
Cardio and Core.